inspirations. Yes! That is the key to making any video on YouTube, just to let you guys know. So as you all know, this is the vlogging channel of the Random Mindness, and you know, this is a channel for me to express myself, my opinions on matters of discussion, stories about my life, and that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm doing a new sub-series on this channel called NYFA Story. If you don't know what NYFA is, it's basically an acronym for New York Film Academy. As you guys probably know by now, I went to New York Film Academy twice. I went one summer camp for 4 weeks in New York, and then I did 4 weeks in Los Angeles. Both experiences were tremendously entertaining and so much fun. And literally getting off a conversation on Facebook with my best friend from NYFA in New York was Diogo, and here's a link to his channel right here. Literally just talking to him, and it hit me that I want to share some of my stories and experiences from NYFA. And I often get questions on those videos that show my entire trip to LA and New York. How is NYFA? What is it like? How did it change me as a person? Is it a good thing to look into? I can 100% say yes, NYFA is awesome and amazing to look into. And I'm actually going there for college this September. But for this series on YouTube, I'm going to be talking about awesome stories that happened in NYFA in New York. I'm going to start off with the New York one, and I'm going to work my way into the Los Angeles one because I went to New York first and I just have a bunch of things to talk about it. So the first vlog of this many vlogs is going to be the beginning. The beginning is basically what happened when I first arrived at NYFA and what happened, you know, the first day. So I lived in Staten Island, which is not that far from Manhattan where the camp was, and I drove up there with a bunch of bags ready to go, ready to party, and ready to do awesome film work. What I didn't realize was how hard it was leaving your parents that you've been living with for your entire life behind for 4 whole weeks. I got emotional, and it's hard because, you know, living with your parents for that long amount of time and leaving them aside and not seeing them for 4 weeks is not that easy. But eventually we all grow up, and eventually we all need to, you know, separate eventually. So I got emotional, and I actually cried. It was hard. It was hard doing that. But I eventually got over it, and the madness of NYFA began. I got 2 awesome roommates. One is Giuseppe Guarino, I think that's how you say his name, and Frankie Denny. 2 awesome guys who I was so fortunate to be roommates with. I feel like if I didn't have them as roommates and I had other people who I didn't really connect with, because there were a bunch of people I didn't connect with when I went to NYFA, but if I didn't have those guys as buffers for myself during my process at New York Film Academy, I would have gone insane. The first day was actually pretty easy. There was absolutely nothing to do. It was basically an introduction. We all were called down from our rooms, our dormitories, and we were put into this big lobby. And basically everybody who was in charge of the NYFA program just sat us down and told us what's gonna happen. They told us all the events that we were gonna go to. They told us all the courses that we were gonna go to. And then afterwards, after everything was said and done, all the students that were there for the 4 weeks had a chance to talk to one another. I met so many awesome people like Jenny from Ireland, Giuseppe from Italy, Frankie from Albany, New York, and so many other people from all over the world. It was just amazing to meet all these people. And then the second day was July 4th. Now, I had never done July 4th by myself. I usually always went to a fireworks show with my parents or my family. So, in theory, I was kind of upset that I wasn't going to celebrate, you know, July 4th with my family. Because what happened is me, Jenny, Giuseppe, and Frankie were all ready to go. We just got dressed and we left to go to the fireworks show that was in the park that you can look at New Jersey from. I forget what the park is called, but it had an amazing fireworks show. However, I didn't get an extremely good shot or look at the fireworks, but the fireworks still looked awesome, and it was an enjoyable time to see all these fireworks that I had never seen before because I never went to that park before. So then after the first 2 days where it was nothing but lingering and being lazy, that's when the actual course started to kick in. But I'm gonna save that for next week's vlog. I'm gonna tell you about the stories of what happened when I first started getting into the actual filmmaking process of the camp, and even more funny stories and awesome times that occurred during my NYFA time. Hope you guys enjoyed this little snippet of what's going to be coming. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed this. To anybody who's looking at NYFA, again, I think it's an awesome experience and you'll have a fantastic time during the summer if you decide to do this, and you can find out if film is your passion or not. Anyways, that's it for me. I'm at the Random Mind. I'll see you guys later.